today we're going to do something a little bit different. I've done a few of these before in the past, but I like to make sculptures. I like to make sculptures out of found objects. You know, I've made junk bots and I've made junk beetles. I've made, you know, a few other things, bits and pieces. But today I thought I'm going to make a bird. Why not? So I collect any kind of rusted old bits and pieces, anything that sort of takes my fancy, and found this spatula, which is kind of cool looking, and I thought that could make a good bird's tail, bit of a body there. And then I found this piece as well, and it kind of looks like a beak, the front there, so you know, I thought maybe I can jam that into that base from an old, I think it's an old brush or something, and put that together to make a bit of a bird, actually that way. And then I've got this old tin, rusted old tin, and I thought it'd be pretty cool to cut out a section here and make some wings. So I'm going to see if I can put that together. And so here's like some of the stuff I've collected. You know, got this old digger. I thought it looks pretty cool. Might be a good rooster tail. Brushes, old engine head from a lawnmower, cool fork, whatever I find. You know, whatever sort of takes my fancy. A little old wheel here could be used for something, maybe a base. Yeah, there's another little spatula. Oh, I don't know, for some reason I like spatulas. I've got a couple of those. So yeah, I was rummaging through this and I thought, you know, you sort of get inspired by certain parts, and this sort of, to me, looked like a bit of a bird's tail and body, and put some wings on it. So we're going to try and put something together with all those parts. So I think the first thing I'll do is to shape this. I need to cut it here and then shape this into a bit of a point. The plan is to drill a hole in here and then place that inside there as the beak, and then obviously make a head as well. So I'll go ahead and do that and see how we see what we end up with. That's going to be hot, so careful here. Oh no, not hot at all. So now I need to reduce some of this material and make it sharp at the end. It doesn't have to be sharp, but just reduce some of that material, and I'll do that on a grinder. Here we go. Now I should wear gloves for this, but I'm not going. So it's going to take some time. It's pretty hard and steel, but we'll get through it. Okay, I think we're there. Looks like it will be thin enough to, still strong enough. I can just drill a hole into there and then glue it in. Okay, so I've got the spatula in this vise here, and I'm just going to drill a hole straight down the middle. It's very soft. Let's see how that fits. Yeah, that should be okay. Actually, probably can just, I don't want to get it in there yet. Just going to open that hole up a little bit more. Now I don't want to jam this in yet. I want to be able to put this into here first. I've got to work out some eyes as well, but let's just see if this fits. Man, might just take a little bit more off this, just because I don't want to make that hole any more bigger. So I'll grind a little bit more and we'll see how we go. So I grinded just a little bit more, and fits in there well. So it's pretty straight as well, which is good. Now we've got to put the head on. I'm going to tap this down with the hammer just to make the beak a bit longer, so wish me luck here. I don't want to get this crooked, so I'll keep on just okay. This is about as far as I can take it, so you can see it's starting to look like a bird's head. It's pretty good. Let's stick it into the body. So that's not too bad. Happy with that. I'll have to glue it all together and I'll work out some eyes. Now I don't have to get it in there, it'll run down inside. So just gotta let this drip. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. I should have used a thinner bit of wood, but that's alright. Can you see? Yes, you can see what I'm doing. Keep on sticking some more down there. Stuff's pretty messy, but it works well. So now I'll make sure that I've got this oriented the right way and just slam it in there. Wipe off any excess. Make sure I'm happy with it, because if I'm not, I haven't got much chance later on to fix it. So I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. Right, so the wings are next. I've got this pretty sweet old rusted oil tin, maybe? Yeah, oil tin. And I'm going to cut a section like that, but first I'll just cut a rectangle section out and then I'll shape it up. Okay, so I should be wearing gloves. This is really sharp and hot now, but that will be my wings. I might try and flatten this out a little bit. We'll just see what it looks like, but I will curve these around like this. I like the lip around the edge of this piece of metal. It should look pretty cool. And yeah, so next step is to work out a design and then cut this again. Yeah, I made a mess. For some reason there's a circuit board in there, I have no idea why. And that looks like the bottom of a camera. I'll keep that. Just hope I don't get tetanus, hey? I mentioned I collect a lot of junk. I even collect rusty nuts and bolts and washers and I don't know, there's tons of different stuff in here, and I actually picked all this up in one go at my local tip. You know, and this has been someone's lifetime collection of bolts and nuts, and I managed to pick it all up at once, and it was like $2. And to me it's pure treasure. I mean, that's a great eye. There's tons of stuff in here, and I'll be able to find something I can use in amongst all this for an eyeball, a couple of eyeballs for the bird. Alright, after rummaging around I managed to find 2 similar screws and a couple of washers, and it wasn't easy, but I reckon they'd make pretty cool eyes. So I'm going to try those once the glue's set and use these for eyes for birds. Alright, let's see if I can do this without dropping these little screws and washers. So these screws are the perfect size for these little holes, so they actually screw in. I might put a bit of Loctite on them, but that looks pretty cool, I reckon. So here are my wings, unfinished obviously and unfinessed, and here's my bird body. So they will kind of sit something like that. You can see that the wings are way too big. I'm going to have to trim these up and shape them. I'm kind of thinking cutting around like that, and then having that sit like that. So I'm going to do that next. Change the wheel on this grinder as well. I had a way too thick one last time, so I'm going to give this one a shot. You can still see my mark there, so here we go. Well, that cut so much better than that last grinding wheel. It's not too bad. You know, I'm a little off the line there, but I can shape that. So the next step is to try and work out how to attach these wings to the body of the bird. And I think I'm just going to drill a couple of holes in the top here and add a couple of small screws. I'll add a little bit of super glue just to keep those screws in place, but it's coming on nicely. I've got to work out how to display it as well, you know. Do I want to just put on a small stand so it's kind of that high off the ground, or do I want it, you know, actually gives it some height as well? So, oh, well, do I want the wings that way as well? Because maybe this looks better than that. Do those wings look back to front like that? I don't know. Yeah. Maybe that way's better. Maybe that way's better. Let's have a look again. Yeah. That doesn't look right at all, does it? They actually look back to front. That looks much better. Alright. So we're going to attach the wings this way, not the other way. After doing some rummaging through this, I found a couple of screws that I thought would look pretty cool, and lo and behold, two of a kind. Very rare in this mix of screws. I did find this one as well, but I think these would look cool. I like the rounded heads on these. You know, it is a junk sculpture, so anything goes. There's no rules. Just find things that you like and use those. So yeah, I like those. That will match the rust on the wings as well. So I'll find the middle point here and drill a couple of holes and get the wing. So by sheer coincidence, the measurement of the wing span is 400 millimeters, so 200 is right in the middle. So I'll drill a couple of holes here. Just tighten that up a bit because I'm a bit of a numpty. 1. 2. Awesome. There's a couple of burrs there which I'll get clear off and get these wings attached. So I'm just going to mark the spots where the wings are going to go and where I need to drill a couple of holes. So one there and one there. Over a little bit. Okay, looks good to me. Just got to go for it now. It's on a slight angle, but I think it will right itself once it's screwed in. Cool. Looking sweet. Let's have a look. Hang on. So that's looking good. Happy with it. Happy the way it looks. I'm glad I put the wings that way. It was pretty dumb having the wings the other way around, but you live and learn. Just pretty straight. But yeah, now we've got to work out how I'm going to display it. You know, do I want him kind of turned? I want to straight up like that and flying up? I don't know. Maybe flying up looks kind of cool. I don't know. We'll work that one out. Did I mention I collect junk? Yeah, I collect a bit of junk, but I'm pretty picky with what I keep and how long I keep it for. I mean, if I think there's some use for it, then I'll hold on to it for a little while longer, but if it's sitting around for X period of time, I try and just get rid of it. I don't have a lot, so don't imagine my house is full of rusted junk everywhere. It's stored away in a couple of buckets, you know, out the way. No one has to look at it except for me. So, but I do have some larger pieces like that oil bucket that I use for the wings, and this fencing wire that I picked up on the side of the road somewhere. It's awesome. It's all rusted, strong, you know, and this will make a great stand. So I've straightened a piece out as much as I can, and I'll cut that and work out how to make a base for that. You would think the first time I hit the tang, putting the wings on, I would have realised and remembered that there's a piece of metal running down the handle, but no, I forgot. So drilling this hole, I hit the tang, which is no big, it's not the end of the world, but it just means there's an extra hole in it. But this one I drilled as well, and I forgot about the screw or the wings on, and I hit the tip of that, didn't I? So it doesn't go in as far as I'd like, but I'm still okay with it. I'm going to put some iodide glue in there and epoxy glue, and just hopefully that should hold it in place. So off camera I put a piece of dowel inside this old cog for the base, and that allowed me to put the stand in that. I just drilled a hole through the bottom of it, or right through, and then stuck the stand through it. So that's pretty much it now. He's ready to go outside and be a bird. So here he is, the finished bird. I think it turned out pretty well. I really like the materials I used, especially the tin, the wind on the wings. That looks really nice. I think he looks like a bird, you know. He'll look cool in the garden. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out, and if you want to make your own, check out the link to the Instructables, and I'll go through a bit of a step-by-step guide through that and how I put this together. And yeah, subscribe. Cheers. It's been about a week since I made this bird. It's been raining on and off where I am in Melbourne for the last week as well, so I've managed to get some nice patina on the wings, which is looking kind of sweet. Where I cut the middle here, you can see that it's blended in really nicely now. The head's starting to get some rust on it, which I think looks pretty cool. And the tail is a lot more rustier. And I also reduced the height of the stand. So now it's more table height, I guess. Yeah, so he's held up pretty well. Really happy with the way it looks. And I'm going to give this to my mum today for her birthday. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you again soon.